Hello everyone. Okay, so in this video we are going to be looking at frequency distributions and grouped frequency distributions. So what is a frequency distribution? We've come across some improbability. So sometimes instead of just writing out all of our data points, like say 100 of them, and if a lot of values just keep like appearing at the same time, we use a frequency distribution. So if you just look at this little table here, and we're going to get this question in a second, but we have our variable on top, or like our data point on top, and then we have the frequency, or how often it appeared at the bottom. So we see from number 1, it appeared 5 times. Here, 2 appeared 6 times, 3 appeared 3 times, 4 appeared twice. So that's what it is. To find the mean of a frequency table, it is the sum of the number times the frequency all over the sum of the frequencies. So let's just look at a question here. So below we find the following frequency table, calculate the median, mode, and mean. So to calculate the mean, it's just the sum of the number times the frequency. So it's basically like calculating the mean, because remember here, like 1 appears 5 times. So instead of just going 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and then 2 appears 6 times, and 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And again, 3 appears 3 times, 3, 3, 3. And then 4 appears twice, plus 4, plus 4. Then divide all of that by how many data points I have, which is going to be 15. No, it's not. It's going to be 16. Instead of doing all that effort, right, what we could just do is, we can just say, well, 1 appears 5 times, so 1 times 5. 2 appears 6 times, so plus 2 times 6. 3 appears 3 times, so plus 3 times 3. Or plus 4 times 4, which is 4 plus 4, which is 4 times 2, because it appears twice. Divide it all by 16. My answer there is going to be 34 divided by 16, which is 2.125. So that's how we calculate the mean of a frequency distribution. Another way of doing it is using your calculator. So I'm going to use my calculator here. It mightn't be the same as your one, but like tough. Sorry, I'm not doing like 20 things for calculators. So what we do with the calculator is, first we need to click menu. We need to get into we need to go into menu here. So we're gonna click menu, and we need to go into stats. Oh my god, this is in German. Oh my god, how do I change that? Oh my god, how do I change that? It's in German. Oh my god. Oh my god, my calculator's in German. Okay. Oh, yay, fixed it. Yay. Right, okay. So first we need to click menu. Right? We need to go to stats. So this little statistic thing here. Go to stats. We can do that by clicking 2. Then we want to click one variable, or one dash variable. So I'm going to click 1 here to enter that. Now I have a little table here. So this works if I don't have a frequency distribution, but I do have a frequency distribution. So we need a little thing here at the side here that says frequency, or how often something appears. So to do that, we click shift, then setup. So it's giving out all these kind of format bits. I'm going to go down, click down, go to statistics, click 1. It's going to ask me for frequency on or off. I want it on, so I'm going to click 1. And now I have a frequency table here. Now we just put in all of our values here. So we just put in all of our values here. So 1, you click equals. Then 2, my next value is 3, so click equals. Then my final value is 4, click equals. Now I need to, using my arrow keys, I need to change my frequencies. So 1 appears 5 times, 2 appears 6 times, 3 appears 3 times, 4 appears twice, 2 times. So now I have my frequency table on my calculator. I click AC to save it. Now that table is saved onto my calculator. Then I'm going to click option now for this one. If you have the old calculator, it's going to be shift 1. But I'm going to click option on this calculator. And then I'm going to use variable calculation here. If I click that, it'll give me all of these values, right? And if you look here, this x hat one on top, that is my mean, 2.125. And that is the answer I got there. Bada boom, bada bing. Right? So you can use your calculator. Easy peasy marks for these questions. Right. The most common. So the most common value is going to be 2. Right? Because 2 appears 6 times. And then finally the median. So with the median, I have 16 in total. So I have 16 data points. So I want to find the middle one. So first I do is 16 divided by 2. So 16 divided by 2, that is going to be 8. And remember, if I have a whole number, I need to find the 8th, and then I need to find the 9th term. So I need to get the one above it. Right, sorry, I just lost my page here. Oh, annoying. Right, so if I find my 8th and 9th variable. So my 8th and 9th variable. So my first 5 are in 1, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the next 6 are in 2. So my 8th and 9th variable will be 2. So 2 plus 2 divided by 2, which is going to give me 2. So my median is 2. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Then finally, sometimes we have a grouped distribution, right? We have a grouped distribution here. So a group distribution would be, sometimes it would just be easier to say, oh, 5 people got between 10 and 20, 6 people got between 20 and 30, blah, 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 blah. So the problem here with these is I don't have a solid value up here on my top line. I have 10 to 20. What does that mean? Like, out of them 5 people got 10 to 20, like 4 of them could have got 20, and like 1 of them could have got like 10. Like, I have no way of calculating the mean of this. So what we need to do is we need to find something called the mid-interval value. Right, the mid-interval value. And that is just going to be the middle value in each interval. So to do that, you add the two numbers up, so 10 plus 20, and divide by 2. So 10 plus 20 divided by 2, that is going to give me 15. That's my mid-interval value. 20 plus 30 divided by 2, that's going to give me 25. 30 plus 40 is 70. 70 divided by 2 is 35. 40 plus 50 is 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45. So there are my mid-interval values. And then to calculate the mean of a group distribution is the exact same as before. So it's going to be the sum of the mid-interval values times my frequency. So 5 times 15 plus 6 times 25 plus 3 times 35 plus 2 times 45 divided by my total frequency. So 5 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2. So I'm going to get here 420 divided by 16, which is 18. So my mean is 18. And again, we can do this on my calculator. So if I go back to my calculator here, and I click menu, if I turn this off now, if I click menu, statistics, and I open up my variable again, so click 1. So my x value, let me just move over here a bit. So my x value now is going to be my mid-interval values. So my first one's going to be 15. Next one's going to be 25. 35. 45. Right, now I have to go change the frequencies. We use my arrows. So 15 appears 5 times. 25 appears 6 times. 35 appears 3 times. 45 appears twice. Then AC to save. Then click Option. Variable calculator by clicking 2. And there is all of my data there. So I get my mean is actually equal to 26.25. So either I made a mistake or I must have made a mistake. Is 420 divided by 16 not 18? That's not true. Oh my god, you're dead right. I do not know where I got 18 from, ladies and girls. Ladies and girls, boys and gentlemen. No, what? Oh, you know what I mean. Right. 26.25. It was actually a test. It was actually a test, everyone. Because I just wanted to show you, you should always check your answer with your calculator. So it's actually, I wasn't wrong. It was actually just a teachable learning moment for you guys. So my mean value is actually 26.5 there. So that's fun. Glad I checked. How embarrassing if I didn't. Right. So let's look at the last questions here. So the mode The mode is the most common. Well, it's going to be 20 to 30 marks because that appears 6 times. And then the median is going to be the middle mark. So that is going to 5, 6, 3, 2. That's going to be 16. So it's going to have to look at the 8th and 9th variable, which are going to lie within 20 and 30. Because if the first 5 are between 10 and 20, the next 6 are going to be 20 to 30. So therefore, my median will lie between 20 and 30. So let's do some questions here. I think we only have 2 of them. Bada boom, bada bing. So this is the 2015 GenieCert higher level paper, question 2. So a class of 25 students were surveyed about how many WhatsApp messages they sent each other in a particular week. The results are shown in the table below. So 0 to 30. So 1 student sent between 0 and 30. 2 students sent between 30 and 50. 10 students sent between 50 and 70, 7 students sent between 70 and 100, 5 sent between 100 and 160. So, note 30 to 50 means they sent at least 30, but no less than 50. So, a student is picked from random with this class. Find the probability that the student sent 50 or more messages. So, what's the probability they sent 50 or more? Well, they could have sent 50 to 70, 70 to 100, or 100 to 160. So it's a class of 25, 17, 22. So 22 out of the 25 students sent more than 50 messages. So that's my answer there, 22 over 25, or 88%. Right, so the probability they sent more than 50 messages. Gorge. A student picked at random who sent 50 messages or more. Find the probability that the student sent between 50 and 70 messages. So, another easy question is a probability question. So, out of these students, I want to find out how many of them sent between 50 and 70. So, 10 out of the 22 students sent between 50 and 70. So, my answer is going to be 10 over 22, which is going to be 5 over 11, which is my final answer. Right, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Then finally, use mid-interval values, estimate the mean number of messages sent per student. So I need to use mid-interval values here. So let me just draw my little line here. One more time. Ding, ding. Gorge. Right, so I'm going to have 1, 2, 10, 7, 5. Right, and then it's going to be 0 to 30 on top. So 0 to 30, my mid-interval value, 0 plus 30 divided by 2. My mid-interval value, so MIV, is going to be 15. 30 and 50, 30 plus 50 is 80. 80 divided by 2 is 40. 50 plus 70 is 120. 120 divided by 2 is 60. 70 plus 100 is 170. 170 divided by 2 is a number 85. 85, let's see. 85, and then 260 divided by 2 is going to give me 130. So there's my mid-interval values there. So again, if I can just, I'll take out my handy dandy little calculator now. So I'm going to delete this now. Menu, I'm going to enter statistics. I'm going to enter one variable. So I have 15. 40, 60, 85. Oh, made a mistake. Go up, just 85. Gorge, and 130. Yep. And then change my frequencies. So 15 appears once. 40 appears twice. 60 appears 10 times. 85 appears 7 times. And 130 appears 5 times. So AC to save it. Option, variable calculator, click number 2. So my answer here is going to be 77.6. Going to equal to 77.6, right? Or you could have just done 1 times 15 plus 2 times 40 plus 10 times 60 plus 85 times 7 plus 130 times 5 all over 25, right? That's right, turn it off there. Or you can put it like that. So you can use your calculator, or you can put it, you can write it down and do it manually like this. My advice just is, if you are using your calculator, just write something down. Like, you know, like just write something that, just in case if you typed it in wrong on your calculator, just in case you type it wrong on your calculator, you can just fix yourself, I suppose, or at least guarantee some marks. Right. Finally, the student also found the total number of WhatsApp messages they sent in a particular week. Use the data in the table to find the smallest that this total could be. So the student found the total number of WhatsApp messages sent in a particular week. Use the data in the table to find the smallest possible value. So the smallest possible value. So if I look at my first interval here, 0 to 30, one student sent between 0 and 30. So the smallest value of that would be 0. They sent 0 messages. Here, my next one, 30 to 50, right? The smallest possible value them two people could have sent would be 30. So them two people could have sent 30. Here, out of them 10 people, the smallest value each of them could send was 50. So I'm just going to do 50 times 10 to make it easier. Next, 70 to 100. All 7 of them could have sent 70. And then 5 times 100. So out of them 5 people, they all could have sent 100. Right, so if you add all of them up. Oops. Oh my god, what did I do? I made a poo-poo here. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm moving everything. Oh my god. Behind the scenes. If I add all of them up, I am going to get, let me just use my calculator here. So 2015. Ding. 2015, paper 2. Question 9. Right, so the total smallest number of messages will be, add all of them up, will be 1550. Right? And that will be my answer there. Okay. Let's look at the next question here. That'll be the final question. So the salaries in euro of the different employees working in the call center is listed below. Use the data to complete the grouped frequency table. So how many of these employees have a salary between 0 and 10,000? 0 and 10,000. So let me just check my answers here. So we need to rummage through them and find how many got between 0 and 10. So if I just look through here, only one has got less than 10,000. So it must be like a part-time or an intern. 10, between 10 and 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 students got between 10 and 20. Next one, 20 and 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm missing one, I think. 11, 12. So 12 students got between 20 and 30. 30 and 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 got between 30 and 40. 40 and 50. 1, 2, just 2. 50 and 60. 1. And then finally 60 and 70. 1. So use the mid-interval values to find the mean salary of the employees. So recall, so mean is going to be equal to 1. I need to find mid-interval values. So my mid-interval value here is going to be 5,000. Here it's going to be 15,000, 25,000, 35,000, 45,000, 55,000, 65,000. They're my mid-interval values there. So find the mean salary of the employees. So that's going to be 1 times 5 plus 6 times 15 plus 12 times 25 plus 9 times 35 plus 2 times 45 plus 1 times 55 plus 1 times 65 all over the total number of employees we have, which is, I don't know. How many employees do we have? We have 32 employees. So add all them up, you're going to get 920,000 divided by 32. Therefore, the mean value, well, sorry, you're going to get 920 over 32. And then you're going to get here 28.75 is my mean value. But my answer here is in thousands. So it's going to be 28,750 is going to be how much each employee gets. Again, you can check this with your calculator. So outline another method which could have been used to calculate the mean salary. Another method that could have been used is just add them all up and divide by 32. Which method is more accurate? Just normal mean, right? Because the mid-interval value. How do you spell value? Mid-interval value just gives estimates. Right, just gives so the mid-interval value just gives an estimate of what people make, but the more accurate one is just literally add all the employees up here and then divide by 32. That'd be the more accurate one. Right, I hope this was some help to you. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.